part number 2, the role of the prophetic. The role of the prophetic. The role of the prophetic. Now, this message today is going to be it's more of a teaching message. So I don't know if we're going to hop around. I don't know what way the Spirit of the Lord will move or how he will turn. But today is a message that is more instructive. And it's more instructive because, watch this, they are in the wilderness, whereas many of us are in the wilderness in this room today. Once again, the wilderness means that you're out of Egypt but not into Canaan. It's a transition place. It means you're out of poverty but not into prosperity. You're out of bondage but not into freedom. It's a very uncomfortable place because you know you're not where you used to be, but you're not where you want to be. That's a very uncomfortable place. The wilderness is a place of question marks. And many of us in here today are in a season in our lives where it's filled with question marks. We're desperately wanting answers, but it seems and appears that the answers are elusive. It appears as if the answers are avoiding us. We want to try, do I resign from this job and pursue a different one? Do I change my whole career altogether? Do I stay in this dead-end relationship? Do I restore a relationship that I gave up on that had I just invested more into it would be better than it was? Do I cleave or do I leave? Do I send the children to this school? Do I move to another district? Do I uproot my family because the education is better over here, but then they leave their friends over here? The many of us in this room, do I pursue another degree? Do I change my major altogether? Do I change my career path? Do I step out in the ministry? Am I called? Am I saved? There are many people in this room that are in a place where you have so many different things racing around in your mind, and it appears as if you're in the wilderness. You're not where you used to be, granted, but you know you're not where you want to be. And that's a very, very uncomfortable place. When you know you're broke, you can at least settle into broke. Say, I'm just broke. I don't have it. Hey, can I borrow this? I ain't got it. Can we go here to eat? I ain't got it. You need another car? Yeah, but I ain't got it. And so before you know it, you're almost resting. I ain't got it. But then when you are exposed to the greater of God, you're exposed to a different level of people that do have. Can we go out to eat? I got it. Give me the bill. I got it. You need a bar car? I got it. You need some anointing? I got it. So you go from over here to I ain't got it. Somebody exposes you to I got it. And you find yourself in, I ain't got it, don't have it, where am I? And that's where many people in this room are. Out, but not in. That's what is called the wilderness. So last week we dealt with the wilderness. But now, at the end of the story, and for the sake of time, I don't have a lot of time to read all of the scriptures, but at the end of the story, they ended up calling for this prophet, and we're going to talk about that today. They called for the prophet began to release words over their lives. He said, fill the valley full of ditches. We're going to talk about digging. We're going to talk about atmosphere, because he called for a minstrel before he gave him a word. We're going to talk about the importance of atmosphere next week. Then we're going to talk about knowing how to dig, where to dig, what to dig with, and what to find. Are you here? We're going to deal with that the next week after that. We're going to talk about how to defeat your enemy and all those different types of things. Now, we're going to touch your neighbor and tell me we're just building right now. It's going to get gooder. It's going to get gooder. Tell your neighbor it's going to get gooder. Better for those of you that think that maybe my grammar is not intact. But the bottom line is this. In order to get out of the wilderness did not turn, the situation, Matthew, did not turn until they encountered the prophetic. And you will not get out of your wilderness until you come in contact with the prophetic. Now, there are so many people in here that are on so many different varying spiritual levels that whenever you hear prophetic, it makes you think something. Because it's hot in here, is it just me? Can y'all bump that mug down all over the room? Ooh, well, some of y'all on the front row just start doing this. Stop fanning, old boy. Maybe it's anointing. How y'all do it? How y'all do it? How they do it, Quincy? Watch this, Jamie. When many of us hear the prophetic, it spooks us. Give me, how do they do the prophetic? Oh.